Connection, a relationship in which a person, thing, or idea is linked or associated with something else. Connection. How do we connect? How do you connect? By looking, by touching, by sensing. How do you connect? Did you ever just stop? Ever? And realize how everything's connected? This is the way I connect. A connection to my body, to the world, and to the universe. Albert Einstein said, "A human being is a part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings as something separated from the rest, a kind of an optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is kind of a prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to the affection for few people." During this process, I notice that I relate to my experiences that I have lived on this earth. However, I have found that each time I move, each time I dance, I connect. I connect with something that it's not in front of me, but it's more of a supernatural feeling. Almost like if I had a new language, a new dialogue, a new language that I could speak to someone else. A connection to the universe, a connection to the movement, and to my surroundings. From this idea of connection, my movement practices have grown to become from inside to outside, experiencing what's inside and bringing it out to the outside. In one of the readings that I found online by the Huffington Post, an article read named Inside Out is said, "We must learn to connect first with ourselves and create a relationship from inside to out." I found this very interesting because I feel like this is the way I approach dance. This is how I approach my movement from the inside to the outside, feeling and being aware of what's inside and bringing it out to the outside. That's why I believe some of my movement is very close to my body. However, it also could be away from my body to represent that idea of bringing it from the inside to the outside. My technique is my own unique technique. Yes, I have taken from various styles like ballet, modern, contemporary, urban styles, jazz, lyrical, and such. However, I feel like I have grown to be my own technique. My technique to be aware of my body, to be aware of where I'm going, of being aware of my inner self and how that influences my movement. I found an interesting part of a text from Linda Robin and her work called Dance and Spirituality. She says, I pay attention to internal sensations and feel the movement, tiny movements, larger movements that undulate and pulsate, movements that recall the origins of life, that evoke our embryonic beginnings, our emergence from the primordial oceans, perhaps even our origins before the ocean, when we were whirling star dust in the universe. In those moments, I experience awe. The awe is in the relationship. I feel, I believe that this description really relates to the way I move, really expresses each and one of my things, how my technique is created. That I experience this movement from the very beginning to the end, thinking of where it's coming from, if it's coming from when I was a child, when I was born, or even when I was just not even in this earth, when I was just like the text says, a dust, a particle, when I was just a tiny particle, when I wasn't even a whole human being. It's very interesting to myself also that how all this is in relationship, how it's a full circle, it's a cycle from the very beginning to the end. Just how dance is, has a beginning, a middle, and an end. But sometimes I feel like the end takes a little bit longer to come, and that's where I'm at. There's a process that I have to follow. Sometimes I tend to feel that I hit a plateau where I just don't seem to grow up. However, after seeing these 5 movement studies, I have realized that there's a potential and there that I have grown. I want to be able to move the way I move and not care as much as what the movement looks like. I found an article called Somatic Studies in Dance by the International Association for Dance Medicine and Science. During this article, I found 2 different things that I really attached to my technique, to my movement, to who I'm becoming as a mover. It says, somatic approaches emphasizes sensory awareness over motor action. In the somatic learning context, how one move is more important than what the movement is. Ultimately, I agree with this statement. I allow my movement to really embody the experience and not worry as much as what the movement will look like. I would like to leave this in your thoughts. Dance is movement. Movement is life. It is with the body that we dance and in the body that we feel the movement of life. And what animates this life? That is the mystery. The mystery is whispering through our tissues, and if we pay close attention, we can feel the murmuring as undulating waves resonating from the tiniest cells to the vastest of the universe. We vibrate with the universe. The universe moves us, and we move the universe. It is up to us to dance and to move. And this is the reason why I move. I move to vibrate, to answer my calling. Dance is movement. Movement is life.
I woke up from the same dream, falling backwards, till it turned me inside out. Now I live awake in life, looking backwards, a model citizen of doubt. Until one day